First of all, you've got the 13 by 11. Now this is going to offer fantastic ground coverage, excellent when you're searching open grassland or beaches, but it's also going to be sensitive to small targets. Don't let the size fool you, this coil is brilliant for hammered coins. What can it offer? It can offer better depth on bigger targets, especially if you can combine it with a lower frequency and a slower reactivity. Next we've got the 11-inch coil. It weighs in at 400 grams, which is exactly the same as a 9-inch coil. It's a good all-rounder and it's going to give you great depth and sensitivity to small targets. Here we've got a really nervous signal. I suspect it's quite deep. Have a listen to this. Just scrubbing the ground, I'm getting an audio off of it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep the same program, the same settings, but put the 11-inch coil on. So let's see what difference the 11-inch coil makes to that signal. We've made no changes to the Gold Max Power program, only to accept the new coil within the menu. And we're going to try that same signal again. That's a big difference. I think that coil's given us at least 2 inches depth on that target. It's cleaned it up a treat. So, that just goes to show the 11-inch coil does make a difference. The XP coils come with drop-in battery pods and drop-in circuit boards. The new batteries give a long life and the circuit boards can be easily changed at the factory. So there's no need to buy a new coil if yours goes faulty, it can be easily repaired. The best way to pinpoint with a bigger coil is just give it short sweeps and move it back at the same time. And when the target disappears, it's right under the front edge of that coil. Now XP are offering a fantastic hard case, ideal for travelling or if you just want to keep your machine safe. As you can see, everything fits perfectly. They've thought of everything. It's got a nice cushion there, your stem fits in, your charger, your emergency charger, whatever you want really. You're all set up for the day's detecting and it's all in one place. To mount the control box onto the Deus stem is really simple. You just line the slot up with the tangs and snap it in. It's as simple as that. Now to remove it you need to put a little bit of pressure on the top of the controller and push back. You sort of roll it off. It makes a snap but don't worry, it's quite safe. Now you're going to want to look after your controller because it's an expensive piece of the machine. There's a few options available. Firstly, you've got the silicone cover which just fits over the box and you can access all the buttons quite easily. Secondly, you have a leather case. The controller just slips into the case and it's got a magnetic snap shut lock. This could be mounted on your belt, in your pocket, whatever you're comfortable with. Thirdly, you've got the wrist strap. The machine goes inside the pouch, it straps onto your wrist, it's completely weatherproof and you can still access the menus and read the screen. So that's a control box protection. They also do a wristwatch adapter for the headphone module, which simply straps onto your arm just like a watch really, and you can still read the numbers and access the menu. There's two sets available. You've got the WS4s and the WS5s. The WS5s are a full cup headphone and they're ideal if you're detecting in a noisy environment or winter time. They're going to keep your ears warm. Or you may just simply like the fuller headphone. Once again, everything is inside the module. All your adjustments and all your settings. Now, the WS4s, they're the lightweight backphones. The band is replaceable, it's not expensive. The module, once again, has all the bits and pieces inside. All your adjustments and all your features are in there. And there's an extra little bonus, you can buy this adapter plate. and it just simply slides onto the back of the headphone and clicks into place. Now you can use the XP wired back phones, which are cheap and they sound really good. You can mount this module on the bracelet, you can put it in your pocket and it's out the way. The XP headphones come with their own protective cases. The WS5s come with a pouch, and you simply fold them up and slide them in and then pull the retaining cord. The WS4s fold down nice and small and go into the hard case. So they're nice and safe for the next time you need them. If you're out with the XP and you find yourself in trouble, you may have forgotten to charge the coil or something. The kit is supplied with an emergency charger. You stick an AA battery in it, clip it on as normal onto your coil charging pod, give it 20 minutes and you've topped the coil up. You're ready to go again. So XP have really thought of everything on this machine. Another useful but small accessory is the arm strap, which goes around the arm cup. Now I quite often use this arm strap when I'm searching through stubble or using the bigger coils. It's a real advantage, and it helps you just swing the detector. It saves on fatigue. So don't ignore that little strap when you find it in the box. It's a useful piece of kit. Once the arm strap's fitted, make sure it's loose enough to get your arm in and out. A lot of people make the mistake by tightening it up. This is not necessary. All you do is just have a nice slack arm cup and it still makes swinging the machine a dream. Here we have the XP Deus antenna. It helps to use this because it transmits the signal through the water better. It's really easy to fit. I'm going to show you how now. Put the plastic module on top of the battery pod. It's got a recess underneath, it fits straight on. Then just use the rubber loop to wrap round and connect both ends. Take the second part of the unit and peel off the double-sided tape. Simply stick it onto the stem in the middle with the tag facing towards the coil. Wrap the wire around the stem, and once that's done, just simply plug it into the retaining clip. So for those of you working in a really wet environment, this little pouch is a good addition. Your controller goes inside there, you connect it to the headphones. You've got the volume control there, leading on to some in-ear headphones, which are pretty good quality. I've been trying them out and I'm really impressed with them. So that's the setup for using the Deus in really wet conditions.